Have you got your invitation to the new King of Fighters tournament? Well, King of Fighters 14 is finally out, and an invitation has been extended to you. Yes, you. Yes, you get to go fight. Yes, you, the puny guy. You get in the tournament, you're gonna go fight this big, scary looking dude, muscly dude. Yeah. Go do that. He smokes cigars and he smells real funny. But, you should be able to fight him and take him out. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead, while you get your face pumped, when you're getting in the ring duking it out, I'm going to tell you guys about King of Fighters 14. Atlus had sent me a copy of this game for review purposes, so I have to get that out of the way. Should you enter the King of Fighters tournament? Well, you already entered, but should you play the new game? Find out in this review as the game machine starts now.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Normally I always start out with the positive stuff first, but since I actually have a lot of positives here, and a thing that I'm going to start doing is that if I have a crap ton of positive things to say, I'm just going to lay out the little negatives first so we get those out of the way. So without further ado, maybe not negatives, I should say weaknesses. So let's get to the weaknesses really quick. It's not a very strong graphical style here. Not the art style itself, but the graphics itself. It definitely seems like they could have put a little more into it. I do miss the 2D art a bit, but as far as art style itself, that's actually pretty good. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But as far as the graphic power of everything, it just doesn't look as visually appealing as some of the other titles out there today, especially Guilty Gear XRD and Street Fighter V, for example. And the online, at the moment, I'm having a hard time testing it, and I guess maybe not as many people playing, since when I'm recording this, the game isn't out yet, so I'm actually going to go do a review on that once I get a chance with it. The only other problem I have is with the story mode. The story mode doesn't really tell you. I can't go into detail too much. Basically, other than the fact that there's a tournament, there's something else going on, but they don't really explain the other thing very well. It's really hard to explain without saying it, because I'm not supposed to say it, but yeah, there's something else going on besides the tournament, and it's not explained very well. So that's the other downside. But it's a simple arcade mode, basically. Alright, now let's go on to the positives.
Round 1. Ready, go!
The art style does make up for the lack in graphic fidelity. I guess that's the term. I'm not for sure if I'm using proper terminologies. But basically, I love the locations, the stages are lively, the characters look fantastic as far as their designs and stuff goes. It's just got this attitude and style about it that I really, really like. The story mode, though, like I said, it does have that confusing bit, is just basically arcade mode, which is pretty fun, actually, and does have some entertaining moments to it. It's a little bit seriousness, a little bit humor. I found the humor to be stronger in this, but during the story mode, if certain characters are matched up against each other, they'll actually have a dialogue and banter between one another if their stories are related or they're related characters. So I thought that was pretty neat. Kyo fighting Iori, they're going to banter about how one wants to kill the other and the other one's being a smartass. They also have tons of great modes. A lot of the basic stuff that you would expect another certain game that fights in the streets should have had, but they didn't have in the beginning. This has got everything from like training, arcade, versus, online, time attack, survival mode, trials mode, kind of like what you had seen in Marvel vs. Capcom, which teaches you combos and stuff. And for new players, it's got one button combo system, so you can take advantage of that if you're one, or if you're more of a pro player and you want to actually learn the move, you can do that too. So it's neat that they do have that there for people who are fairly new at it. The gameplay itself is also satisfying. Even though they made the transition into 3D models, movement feels good, gameplay feels great, and it's just plain fun. I really can't stop playing it. I just wish right now that there were more people playing online. The only thing I could find online so far, other than someone I played late last night, was this guy. Really, dude? Really? Though that shouldn't be the experience. Most people will actually want to play to win instead of look like an idiot. overall, King of Fighters 14, while I haven't been able to discuss the online yet, I will actually do another video once this gets out there, once people are actually hopping online and playing it. Yeah, I'll give that a proper look, and we'll do a separate video on that. But as a package itself, if the online is really, really great, and from the couple experiences I had, they haven't been bad, but it's not fair enough to judge it as of yet. What I will say is this. King of Fighters is pretty much everything you need in a fighting game. Maybe it's not as big of a package against Guilty Gear XRD, but it definitely offers way more than Street Fighter. I said it. There, I said it. What? What now? What now, Capcom fanboys? Wait, I'm a Capcom fanboy. Damn. Anyway, so let me know if you guys are picking this up, and yeah, I'll try to hop online and do some matches and stuff like that, and stay tuned, I got an announcement about the channel and stuff coming up, so I want to thank you guys for watching, and until next time. Oh, that injury looks pretty... Are you moving? Should I poke you with a stick? Oh, maybe it was a bad idea to put the wimpy guy in the tournament. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go sneak out of here and act like I was no part of this, and game on!